Welcome to another meditation with me. Go ahead and lie down or sit, whatever feels more comfortable. We're going to once again do a quantum meditation so you can confirm your quantum abilities and integrate. So as you rest and as you breathe, feel the space around your body, between your fingers and toes, all around you, as though it's interacting with you, as though you could breathe into it, into your field. And imagining your heart expanding to create the largest field around you, as though you're encompassed by your heart. And just feel expansion throughout your body. We know that the most powerful healing happens through visualization and imagery. Dr. Bessel van der Kolk talked about this. So people visualize things like trauma, right? But we also can visualize ourselves in an empowered state. So when we choose to visualize rather than being, bombarded by our memories, it's a little bit different. We can create a detailed mental image of safety and wellness. We can be whole, and we can have our nervous system respond as if our visualizations are real experiences, because they are. The body cannot distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. Your nervous system responds to visualization as reality. Your cells are reorganizing based on what you have visualized. Your DNA expression is changing in response to mental imagery. So the visualization isn't separate from reality creation. So I want you to imagine for a moment a place you'd like to be. A place you'd like to be. Maybe it's an imagined future or a place you've been or somewhere you are making up. And feel yourself fully there in every way you can. Maybe temperature. What do you look like? What do you feel like in this environment? Is it peace? Is it love? Is it tranquility? Continue to visualize, and then we will anchor this in. What else do you see there? What do you hear? Smell? What are your senses experiencing in this imagined state? Now, once you have the feeling, and maybe it's peace, maybe it's harmony, maybe it's I don't know, it's both. Find a place in your past, if it exists. If not, you make one up, where you felt the same way. That same feeling. When did you feel like that before? And I want you to imagine light bending from your body to connect the past image to what you want to experience or what you are imagining. Anchor that past experience in as though it's already happened, almost like a light connecting from the past to your imagination and through your body. And now imagine further into the future how you might feel that way, another imagined state further out, feeling the same way, just another idea, and pulling that in, linking it with light, so that it is linked from the past and to an imagined future. Imagine that light getting stronger and more radiant, almost as though it could blast through time and space and just purely exist. And know this image is something you can come back to often. One thing I do throughout the day with my image is I Pretend I'm both here and in an imagined place from time to time, and blend the two realities. And that seems to add something to what happens in my future. So notice that visualization isn't separate from creating reality. You're creating right now something that you want. It may not occur in this exact form, but the feeling is cemented in. In shamanic traditions, when a shaman journeys to receive a soul fragment or receive healing knowledge, they don't engage in metaphor, they don't engage in symbols. They actually travel in their consciousness to real dimensions where that soul fragment exists. That knowledge is available. When they return with it, there are tangible changes in their physical reality because they were working at the quantum level where thought and matter are all one substance. So I want you to, for a moment, pull all of the energies back into your body that belong to you, that you left in other places, and ground your energies. Ground your energies now. And imagine all the energy you left spread in other places. Too much energy or emotion or things that you want to use now, pull it into you from the past. Pull it back and then ground it down. Ground your energy. Know that every difficulty that you've ever faced when you've tried to manifest your reality, and every time that you visualize something clearly, but it didn't materialize, that this is the moment of doubt about whether this really works or failures, if that's happened to you. That's your quantum system calibrating itself. So those failures are part of the process of succeeding. It helps you learn to distinguish between visualization and ego. The first few times we manifest, we might do it from ego, from desire, without open possibility. But true manifestation requires being open to all possibilities, and therefore the best one will come to you. And you will have the best ability to see those possibilities when you're open. So separating, visualizing from ego. It's not about your desire. It's about expecting and dreaming and being open. You want your visualization aligned with your highest timeline, so don't be shy about it, but make sure it doesn't come from pure desire, or that it comes from something bigger, something larger in your heart. The Hermetic principle says, as above, so below. It doesn't mean that mental imagery reflects physical reality. It means that mental imagery creates our physical reality. So make your imagery beautiful and exciting, and imagine often. The above, in this case, with the Hermetic principle, is the realm of consciousness, thought, and visualization. So that's the casual plane. But the below is the realm of physical manifestation, and that's the effect plane. When you're manifesting, when you are imagining, you want to be in your being. And your being, we can say, is represented by the back of your body. So notice the back of your body now, and how it contacts, or how it is, if you're seated, just how it's positioned. Does it feel like it's resting against a support, like a wall? Like it's so secure that you have a full wall behind you? You want to be fully in your being. Breathe into the back of your heart. Breathe into the back of your chest. Breathe into the back of your pelvis. Let the breath go further back into your being, to the place where manifestation actually occurs. You have to be in a relaxed state and being, which means not doing. Because for all of your life, you've been taught to work with cause rather than effect, from doing rather than from being. Even when you didn't know this consciously, you were doing this because you were taught to. So contextualize every visualization practice you've ever done. Every time you've closed your eyes, you saw something beyond the physical. This is how you were training your consciousness to navigate the quantum reality space. Every detailed image that you've ever created mentally was actually you practicing the art of collapsing specific possibilities from the field of infinite potential. They may not have turned out in your favor, but that doesn't mean it didn't collapse and manifest into something. Every moment in your inner world, you're developing abilities that mystics take lifetimes to cultivate. So just know that if you're here and you're able to do these visualizations with me or understand even just a little bit of this idea and be open to the idea that manifestation takes a lot of mistakes. It takes a lot of, whoops, there's my ego. So you've never been wasting time. You've never been avoiding reality. You've been developing quantum abilities that most people never discover. So all of the practice, all the development, maybe you spent years, maybe decades, maybe you just started, but you used your consciousness to learn to visualize with clarity and detail. And that led to activation. All the criticism and doubt and times that manifestation appeared to fail, that intensity was really necessary for the visualization abilities to come online from your being and not from doing. To evolve from passive imagination into effective quantum technology. Again, back here in our being. So just like the diamond requires pressure to form, we have to make a lot of mistakes before we figure out how to navigate the quantum world. The sword requires fire to be tempered. Your quantum powers require exactly the journey you have had for your activation. But if you can feel something shifting in your pineal gland, in your third eye, a slight pressure in the center of your forehead, or you've noticed this recently, maybe a tingling sensation in your third eye, or maybe like this vibration that pulses with its own rhythm, that feels like your rhythm in your third eye. Like it's responding, resonating, and activating. The third eye was known as the mysterious structure in the human brain, but it is because it's the only unpaired organ. Everything else has two. It sits precisely in the geometric center of our skull. There's something special to be said about that. Ancient anatomists called it the seat of the soul. Descartes believed it was where the mind and body interacted. But now we know it produces DMT, melatonin, and other neurological chemicals that regulate your consciousness. In quantum research, we know that the pineal gland functions as a quantum antenna, and it contains more quantum structures than any other part of the brain. It can exist in quantum superposition, processing the information, not through classical computation, but through quantum entanglement with the field itself. When you visualize, it's not just creating an image in your brain, you're training your quantum antenna, your third eye, to specific frequencies in the field. So feel for a moment your third eye and allow your awareness to expand as though your awareness is water going in every direction, thinning out your mind. Expand your awareness. Let your consciousness become even more spacious, less confined to the boundaries of the physical body. Let your consciousness be spacious. Let your awareness continue to expand as you breathe. Imagining entering the fourth state of consciousness beyond waking, dreaming, and deep sleep. This expansion of consciousness, of awareness, this tuning of our third eye. In this state, visualization becomes so real that it's indistinguishable from a physical experience. So you don't just see the image, you become the image in this state. Continue to expand. You don't just imagine a reality, you inhabit it. Feel yourself inhabiting your reality right now, right here. Fully inhabiting, fully present. This is the place you go from when you start to manifest. Thank you so much for joining me for another quantum meditation. I'll bring more to you soon.